Welcome back to Inside USA. Today, we're embarking on an incredible journey through a century of innovation, strategy, and power. We're diving deep into the evolution of American military technology, a story that tracks a remarkable transformation from the mud-soaked trenches of World War I to the high-tech, digital battlefields of the 21st century. This isn't just about weapons. It asks about the ingenuity and relentless drive that shaped modern history and established America's role on the global stage. So, strap in as we explore how the United States went from a nation with borrowed designs to the world's undisputed leader in military tech. Our story begins in 1917, as America entered the Great War. The U.S. military was not the powerhouse we know today. It was largely equipped with outdated rifles and relied heavily on British and French designs for essentials like tanks and aircraft. The brutal reality of trench warfare was a wake-up call. Suddenly, there was an urgent need for new solutions to break the bloody stalemate. This necessity sparked a fire of innovation. American factories began churning out the M1903 Springfield rifle, a reliable and accurate weapon that became a soldier's best friend. The legendary M1911 pistol, designed by John Browning, proved so effective it remained the standard issue sidearm for over 70 years. But the real game changers were the machines of war. The United States began mass-producing its version of the French Renault FT tank, a small, two-man vehicle that helped lay the groundwork for modern armored warfare. In the skies, while American pilots initially flew foreign planes, the nation's industrial might was gearing up. The Liberty L-12 engine, a powerful and mass-produced aircraft engine, became a vital contribution to the Allied war effort, powering bombers and reconnaissance planes. World War I forced America to rapidly industrialize its military production, creating a foundation of engineering and manufacturing expertise that would prove absolutely critical in the decades to come. The seeds of a future superpower were planted in the crucible of that first global conflict. Just 2 decades later, the world was plunged into darkness again with the outbreak of World War II. This time, America was prepared to become what President Franklin D. Roosevelt famously called the arsenal of democracy. The industrial foundation built during the First War exploded into a manufacturing juggernaut unlike anything the world had ever seen. American factories didn't just support their own troops, they supplied the Allied powers with a seemingly endless stream of planes, tanks, ships, and guns. On the ground, the American GI was armed with the M1 Garand rifle. General George S. Patton called it the greatest battle implement ever devised. Its semi-automatic firing gave U.S. soldiers a significant firepower advantage over their bolt-action-wielding adversaries. Supporting them was the M4 Sherman tank, while not always the most powerful tank on the battlefield. Its reliability, ease of production, and sheer numbers allowed it to overwhelm enemy armor through strategic deployment and industrial might. In the air, the story was one of total dominance. The P-51 Mustang, with its incredible range and performance, swept the skies of enemy fighters, allowing formations of B-17 flying fortress bombers to fly deep into enemy territory. These bombers were marvels of engineering, bristling with machine guns and capable of absorbing immense punishment to deliver their payloads. And then came the project that would change the world forever. The Manhattan Project. The development of the atomic bomb was a monumental scientific and engineering achievement, born out of fear and the race against time. Its use in 1945 brought the war to a swift, devastating end and ushered in the nuclear age. World War II wasn't just a military victory. It was a testament to America's ability to mobilize its entire industrial and scientific base, producing technology that defined the very concept of modern warfare and set the stage for the next global confrontation. With the end of World War II, a new, quieter conflict began: the Cold War. This was a battle of ideologies, fought not in trenches but in laboratories, spy agencies, and the vastness of space. The technological race between the United States and the Soviet Union accelerated development at a breathtaking pace. The skies were no longer just for propeller planes. They were the domain of jet fighters. The F-86 Saberjet, with its swept-wing design, dueled with Soviet MiG-Zova, Korea, proving the superiority of American aeronautical engineering. The Century Series fighters, like the F-104 Starfighter and the F-105 pushed the boundaries of speed and altitude, capable of flying faster than the speed of sound. Beneath the waves, a silent revolution was underway. The USS Nautilus, the world's first nuclear-powered submarine, launched in 1954. It could stay submerged for months, traveling farther and faster than any submarine before it. This technology gave the US Navy an unparalleled strategic advantage, creating a nearly undetectable platform for intelligence gathering and, eventually, for launching nuclear ballistic missiles. The ocean depths became another front in the Cold War. Meanwhile, the race for the high ground of space was on. After the shock of the Soviet Sputnik satellite, the US poured resources into its own space program. Satellites, like the Corona series, provided incredible photo-reconnaissance capabilities, allowing America to peer behind the Iron Curtain. This was the dawn of space-based intelligence. At the same time, massive radar systems, like the Ballistic Missile Early Warning System, or BM, were built in the Arctic to provide precious minutes of warning in case of a nuclear attack. The Cold War was a technological chess match, where satellites, nuclear submarines, and jet fighters were the key pieces, and the goal was to always be one step ahead of the opponent. The innovation from this era laid the foundation for the interconnected, digital world we live in today. As the Cold War matured and the lessons of conflicts like Vietnam were absorbed, American military strategy began a fundamental shift. The focus moved away from overwhelming brute force and toward precision, stealth, and surgical strikes. This new era was defined by technology that allowed for smarter, more targeted applications of power. Special operations forces, like the Navy SEALs and Army Delta Force, became increasingly important, and they were equipped with specialized gear, from advanced night vision to quiet insertion vehicles. The real game changer, however, was the advent of precision-guided munitions, missiles like the TOW anti-tank missile, and the Pavway series of laser-guided bombs, meant that one bomb could now do the work of hundreds. This was dramatically demonstrated during the First Gulf War, where TV audiences watched as smart bombs flew down air vents and hit bridges with pinpoint accuracy. The era of dumb bombs was over. Hand in hand with precision came stealth. The F-117 Nighthawk, the world's first operational stealth aircraft, was a radical design that seemed to defy the laws of aerodynamics. Its sharp angles were designed not for speed, but to deflect radar waves, making it virtually invisible to enemy air defenses. This allowed the US to strike high-valued targets with near impunity. Nighthawk's success paved the way for future stealth aircraft, like the B-2 Spirit bomber and the F-22 Raptor fighter, solidifying America's air superiority for decades. This period also saw the rise of unmanned aerial vehicles, or UAV. What started as simple reconnaissance drones, like the Pioneer used in the 1990s, evolved into sophisticated hunter-killer platforms like the Predator and Reaper. These drones could loiter over a target for hours, providing real-time intelligence before launching a missile with incredible precision. This technology fundamentally changed the nature of combat, allowing for strikes without risking a pilot's life. From guided missiles to stealth bombers and armed drones, this era redefined American military power as a force of surgical precision. Today, in the 21st century, the battlefield has expanded once again, moving beyond land, sea, and air into the digital realm of cyberspace and the autonomous world of artificial intelligence. The US military has fully embraced this new technological frontier. Cyber warfare is now a critical domain, with US Cyber Command working to defend military networks and conduct offensive operations in the digital space. Modern warfare isn't just about bullets and bombs. It's about protecting data, disrupting enemy communications, and controlling the flow of information. Unmanned systems are now everywhere. Beyond the famous Predator drones, there are now unmanned ground vehicles that can scout dangerous areas, robotic submarines that can map the ocean floor, and even tiny, insect-sized drones for urban surveillance. The reliance on human operators is shrinking as AI and machine learning are integrated into these systems. AI-assisted targeting can help analysts sift through massive amounts of surveillance data to identify threats in seconds, a task that would take a human hours. Advanced algorithms help pilots, sailors, and soldiers make faster, more informed decisions in the heat of battle. Communication and networking are the glue that holds this all together. Advanced satellite constellations, secure data links, and battlefield networks connect every soldier, vehicle, and command center. A fighter pilot can get real-time targeting data from a satellite, which is being analyzed by an AI on the ground, and share that information with a nearby naval destroyer, all in the blink of an eye. This network-centric approach creates a fully integrated fighting force that is more aware, faster, and more lethal than ever before. From the first tanks of World War I to today's AI-driven drones and global surveillance networks, the evolution is simply staggering. American military technology has consistently adapted, innovated, and pushed the boundaries of what is possible to meet new threats and maintain its position of global leadership. From the simple yet effective M1 Garand to the complex, interconnected systems of today, the story of American military technology is a testament to the nation's ingenuity, industrial power, and relentless pursuit of innovation. It is a journey that has not only shaped the outcome of conflicts, but has also driven technological advancements that have trickled down into our everyday lives. Thank you for watching Inside USA. We hope this deep dive has given you a new perspective on the forces that have shaped our world. If you want to explore more hidden stories and fascinating chapters of American history, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss an episode. Let us know in the comments which piece of technology you found most interesting. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.